Checking out the YowMoft dust extractor today. Now this brand in particular is new to me, but I can compare it to some of the other dust extractors and collectors that I have in the shop and see which basic category might be the best fit for you. And in that full auto mode, all I have to do is trigger my tool and the vacuum will come on automatically. And then after a brief delay, the vacuum shuts off automatically. So this thing has a familiar color combination as another brand on the market, but the only downside I'm really seeing is that the hose on this is not ultra pliable. It's fine, it feels kind of average, but is it worth another $500 upgrade to jump up to the Festool? I'll let you decide that, but the next thing we'll look at is comparing the sound level on 3 different vacuums. So we'll start with the Dewalt 10-gallon dust extractor, and we've already heard the YowMoft, but I'll run it again just to compare. And then finally, we're looking at the Dewalt stealthsonic with my integrated figure 8 dust separator. I'll disconnect this one from the tool because I think that makes them sound a little more muffled, so we'll run them all the same. So the Dewalt dust extractor is coming in right around 76 decibels, whereas the YowMoft dust extractor was coming in right around 74 decibels. And the stealthsonic was the quietest in this test, coming in at 69 or 70 decibels. Now the way these two operate is fundamentally different than our separator setup. These two just use a reverse puff of air that helps to automatically keep the filter clean, so it's a good bit better than a standard shop vac setup, whereas the separator actually uses a cyclonic action to spin out the heavy particles so they never reach the filter. And you can actually hear that puff of air working. Whereas this one will just run steadily, there's no active filter cleaning. When you order this one, it is available as an option with a handle. Mine didn't come with a handle, so I can't really speak to that. This Dewalt one has a retractable handle. And I've always really liked that because you can tuck it down under the table saw. So I'm not sure whether this one folds down if you get that handle option, but if I learn that from the manufacturer, I'll certainly put it down in the description. And hey, if you're enjoying the content I've been putting out lately, there's 2 easy ways to say thank you. Give me a quick thumbs up or consider subscribing to the channel. So the small port tools I'm most interested in collecting fine dust from are things like my track saw and small hand sanders. And so while the main dust collection hose may not fit everything, this adapter is pretty handy. Looks like my Milwaukee will fit on this next section here, but I think what I'll do is just cut off this smallest section because I don't have anything that I collect from that's quite that small. So we'll just shorten that with a pair of shears, no big deal. And we'll see if that'll be a fit for us. Yeah, that looks like that'll be a nice way to adapt that for my track saw. The main thing to know is the primary hose size is about 35 millimeter on the outside diameter, but it does narrow down quite a bit. So just keep in mind that anything you're going to attach this to, it's going to be a fairly small opening for kind of a high velocity type of extraction rather than a high volume. And one thing that caught my attention right away was this metal strand that hangs down. That's got to be for grounding the unit out at all times. I kind of like that. And inside the bin we see a metal strap that's connected to that, so that'll definitely help to ground out any static electricity that we generate. This one uses a bag inside. I suppose that would be optional, but just press this cardboard opening over the fitting and you're good to go. Unlike some of my other dust extractors that have cone-shaped filters that actually hang down into the dust bin, this design uses a more compact HEPA filter, and I think that leaves you more available space in the dust bin. So that's a nice design. And then just drop the motor unit down on the base and latch it in on either side. The accessory store on the back, so nice little tidy package there, but let's check out those controls on the front. Now some of this is fairly self-explanatory. There's a variable speed dial here, so crank that up if you need a little more suction, or back it off if you want the unit to run more quietly. But what I think confuses people is there's two switches. There's a main power switch here, and then there's this selector dial. So slide that over to the M position if you simply want to turn the machine on manually, or M plus auto if you want to turn it on manually and have automatic filter cleaning. Or select the auto and clean, which is what I call the full auto mode. Basically, you'll have a tool plugged into this outlet, and the tool will trigger the vacuum to come on, as well as you'll have automatic filter cleaning. And finally, you can turn that to the basic auto mode, and that'll let you tool trigger the vacuum, but no filter cleaning in that case. So whether you decide on a dedicated dust extractor or something more basic like a shop vac with dust separator, either way, I'll have links for you down in the description, and they're definitely worth a look. But I'll also have my video resources for you there. A lot of good topics on dust collection in general.